here comes Ethan Grunkemeyer in the Penn State offense. 1st and 10 from the Indiana 44, and the running back on the play swallowed up by Stephen Daly. Katron Allen loses a couple of yards on a 1st down carry as Daly continues to be impactful for the Indiana defense. It sets up 2nd down and 13 back at the 47 of Indiana.
And that's obviously big, not just to get Penn State behind the sticks, but also just to quiet the crowd down. It has gotten rowdy here at Beaver Stadium, and that just sucked the air out of the stadium in one play.
2nd and 13 as we tick close to 10 minutes to play. 2nd down from the 47. Grunkemeyer in the pistol. Allen behind him. It's a fake to him. Grunkemeyer pressured, steps up, throwing over the middle across the 40-yard line. Inside that 40-yard line, he's got a pass complete to Khalil Dinkins. Elijah Hardy makes the stop, and it sets up 3rd down and 5 from the Indiana 39. A big, big play right here, although this potentially 4-down territory for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, it could be. I'm just continually impressed by the level that Grunkemeyer has reached in this second half. Really doing a good job right now.
3rd and 5 from the 39 of Indiana. Receiver in motion from the left to the right. All three are on the near side of the field. It's a handoff up the middle. Allen fighting, inching across the 35 down towards the line to gain at the 34. Along the left side hash marks, he got enough for the 1st down. Penn State a big time run there to move the chains.
And this is what we expected coming into the game, was Penn State using that rushing attack to get big plays. Finally seeing it after Nick Singleton broke one open. Now they're starting to establish that a little bit more. Indiana can't bite on those rushes in case Grunkemeyer uses his arm, as he's been doing well with this second half.
Empty backfield. Now Grunkemeyer will motion both Allen and Singleton into the backfield. Split back on 1st and 10 from the left side hash on the 34 of Indiana. Grunkemeyer fake handoff, looking across the left side of the field, down the sideline, just about outside the numbers. He fires to Andrew Rapliea near the line to gain, down to the 25. A gain of 9 on 1st down, and 2nd and 1 from the Indiana 25. Just north of 8 minutes to play in this contest. Indiana has led from start to finish so far. 2nd and 1 from the 25. Give up the middle. Allen, left side hash. He's got enough for the 1st down, down to the 21 as Penn State once again moves the chains on the ground. If there was ever a time Indiana's defense needed to embody that bend but don't break mentality, this would be it.
It's going to come down to how well can they just stay in the game. How's their endurance? Because Penn State, really long drives right now. They're just marching down the field.
A severe lack of pass rush as well for Indiana. 1st down and 10 from the 21. It's a pitch. Allen near side, cutting it upfield at the middle of the field. Just inside the right side hash. He's inside the 15, down to the 14 goes Katron Allen. A gain of 7 on a 1st down carry. The number 2 team in the country here on the ropes as Penn State goes no huddle, and they win a little bit too fast. It's going to be a false start, moving back 5 yards. Seen the tempo come back to bite Penn State a couple of times in the second half, Graham. That was Khalil Dinkins who moved early.
Yeah, that's the second time this half that has happened. It's really, really killing them. The pace has done them well in this game against Indiana, but man, those are the kind of mistakes that really add up and can just, A, kill a drive, but really kill your chances as well if you're unable to fight that yardage back. The way that Grunkemeyer's playing, feels like they'll be able to, but man, you never know with this Indiana defense.
6:40 to play, 2017 the Indiana lead. Penn State has it 2nd and 8 from the Indiana 19. Back to pass. Grunkemeyer left side. Singleton outside the numbers. Down inside the 10, inside the 5, and Nick Singleton finds the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of the game puts Penn State on top. Two on the ground, 1 through the air. Have yourself a day, Nick Singleton, and this time, this one, it puts Penn State on top 23-20 pending an extra point. The number 2 team in the country, the Hoosiers, they're on the ropes here in Happy Valley. Ryan Barker out for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 24-20, the lead for Penn State. The Nittany Lions storming back in the second half after facing what was once a 10-point deficit. They now hold a 4-point lead. 6:27 to play. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Indiana in need of an answer. On the other side of this break, you're listening to Indiana football on 99.1 WIUX. It's 14-2 Hoosiers as we get set for the top of the 6th inning here from Victory Field. Indianapolis, Indiana, the site for this Wednesday midweek match between Indiana and Ball State. The Hoosiers jumping all over the Cardinals in the top of the 5th. The 9 spot has us where we are now. It's 14-2 Indiana as TJ Schuyler watches a first pitch strike from Zach Kwanzi, who's back out after finishing off the 5th inning for the Cardinals. A 1 pitch from Kwanzi to Schuyler, misses inside. It's ball number 1.
Schuyler only had 1 plate appearance in that long 5th inning. Was about to have his 2nd before the inning ended, but a double back in the 5th.
1-1 pitch, fouled off into the seats. A souvenir for somebody here at Victory Field tonight. Schuyler's down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schuyler working on a 1-for-2 day. He had a 2 RBI double his last time up back in the 5th. He's now hitting for a 3rd consecutive inning. 1-2 pitch inside part of the strike zone, a called strike number 3. It's a backwards K for Kwanzi to begin at the top of the 6th. Pinch hitter now up for Indiana. It was Will Moore's spot in the order at the top of the order, but it will now be Jason Oliver to pinch hit for the Hoosiers. The Almont, Michigan native, a sophomore for the Hoosiers, was an all Big Ten freshman selection a season ago, but has seen his playing time shrink this season.
Oliver did have 2 home runs last week, one against Maryland in the weekend series, and then one against Indiana State on their Tuesday matchup 8 days ago.
He's been good as of late when he's gotten his chance, but he struggled to start the year. A 176 average, now his 25th appearance of the season. He's fallen out of favor in the Indiana infield. Watches a called strike there from Kwanzi. The count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 down here in the top of the 6th. 14-2 Indiana over Ball State. It's been difficult for Oliver to try and find his way back into the lineup with the production of Cerny at 2nd and Moore at 3rd. Oliver not really comfortable, says Jeff Mercer, at shortstop. So really his only path to playing time is over a freshman who's now hitting at the top of the order, and Will Moore, and a junior second baseman who is an all-league type of player. It's a 1-2 count to Oliver. The 1-2 pitch home, it misses outside. It's ball 2. Can't understate, though, Kevin, Oliver was very important for this Indiana team a season ago during Indiana's run to the Knoxville Regional. 2-2 pitch. That one's just inside. Tough take with 2 strikes there from Oliver. He took it nonetheless, though.
He was just an on-base machine for Indiana last year. Just seemed any time he was up at the batter's box, he was finding ways to get on base with that was a base hit, walks, whatever it may be.
3-2 pitch to Oliver. He gets on base here. It's a walk. A 1-out walk at that. Here in the top of the 6th, as Indiana will send Devin Taylor now to the plate as Jason Oliver jogs down to first base. Taylor has a pair of doubles this afternoon. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. He has 3 RBIs to his name, continuing what was a sweltering hot weekend in which Devin Taylor became Indiana's all-time home run leader on Saturday. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Good block by Shaner, who of course pinch hit for Kalk back in the bottom of the fifth. Taylor ahead 1-0. It was interesting. We were talking, Kevin, with Jeff Mercer after the game on Sunday, after Indiana pulled out the series win 2-1. We were talking with Mercer as Taylor fouls off the 1-0 pitch. That's right towards our direction. It's not going to be playable for us or any of the Cardinals. It's strike one to Taylor. But as I was saying, Kevin, we were talking with Jeff Mercer after the game, and he said, yes, fantastic weekend on the field for Taylor. The home run record, he reached base 6 times on Sunday against Maryland, first Indiana player to do that ever. But it wasn't necessarily what it did on the field that was the most impactful this weekend, because there was a moment in around the 5th inning of Sunday's game, Indiana held a slim advantage, where Jeff Mercer called out everybody in the dugout, including his head coach, called out their body language, called out the energy in the dugout, and said, let's get things going as Taylor swings and misses. It's now 1-2. Jeff Mercer said that moment of Taylor being a leader was a huge, huge moment for him. The Hoosiers and Jeff Mercer have been trying to get him to come out of his shell a little bit. Taylor more of a lead by example than lead by word of mouth type of guy. So that moment for Taylor, stepping up, calling out not only his head coach for his poor body language, which Jeff Mercer said he loved, but calling out his team. And of course that sparked Indiana's run rule victory on Sunday over Maryland. 1-2 pitch now to Taylor. He takes low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's 2 for 4 today, 3 RBIs.
And it takes some guts to do that, really. You know, no matter what type of player it is. I mean, to have that strong of a voice in a clubhouse and be able to call out directly your teammates and your coach, you know, it takes a certain type of player to do that.
2-2 pitch, hammered foul, not playable for anybody. It lands up in the second deck here at Victory Field down the left field line. And of course, going back to that story, it's a little bit easier for Taylor to call out his head coach because he's known him since he was 13 years old. Taylor and Mercer's relationship goes way back. Kwanzi set the 2-2 pitch, misses low. It's now 3-2. I remember talking before the season even started with Taylor and with Mercer, detailing their relationship. They said they often talked about everything but baseball. Remember one story that stuck out, Taylor hit a half-court buzzer beater in high school at LaSalle and called Mercer immediately after the game to tell him about it. That was before Taylor had even committed to Indiana, as he sends a fly ball out to left center field. Ranging back is Balius at the warning track. He slides and makes an excellent grab for out number 2. A spectacular play by the Ball State center fielder to take away what would have been extra bases and perhaps another RBI for Taylor. Instead, it's out number 2 here in the top of the 6th.
That ball was hit to the deepest part of the field here at Victory Field in left center. Hit definitely around the 400 mark. For a second, I thought it was going to get out of here, but then it died right on the track. But Balius, like you mentioned, a great effort. He covered a lot of ground to go after that catch.
Brings up Corbin Dickerson, who takes a first pitch outside the zone from Kwanzi. Kwanzi's come in and done what so many Ball State pitchers before him couldn't. The Cardinals went through 5 pitchers in that top of the 5th inning as Kwanzi checks on Jason Oliver at first, who's back in safely. It's a 1-0 count at the plate to Dickerson, who is 2 for 4 himself today. Just 1 RBI for Indiana's RBI leader. As he takes low, it's ball 2. Dickerson has, of course, been a revelation for Indiana this season. After transferring over this offseason from Louisville, he takes outside. It's ball 3. A Jeffersonville, Indiana native, grew up right on the border of Indiana and Kentucky. He actually went to school in Kentucky at Trinity. Redshirt sophomore appeared in just 21 contests over 2 seasons at Louisville as he swings away at a 2-0 pitch. Lost it to deep center field. It will send Balius back to the track. He won't have to back up anymore, though, as he makes the grab. He squeezes it for out number 3 in the top of the 6th. It will send us to the last of the 6th. Indiana still on top, 14-2 over Ball State here at Victory Field on WIUX Sports.